Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Emilio with Let's Roll Characters, and today is day 17 of the 31 Days of Character Creation Challenge that Christian and I have been working on. Okay, so today our prompt is the word misplace, and I'm throwing in an additional challenge for myself today. Yesterday, Christian rolled what I thought was a really interesting character, Slate Gentlefist, a privileged dragonborn in a multicultural community that wanted to be a boxer or a fighter, but over the course of time began to understand that they really weren't that talented, and learned to sort of accept their shortcomings. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to connect my character somehow to that character. I think probably the easiest thing to do is have them set in the same community. So I'm actually not going to roll the D10 for culture today. I'm just going to roll ancestry. We're going to have them in the same multicultural community as Slate, and we'll see what happens from there. All right, so first up, a D10 for ancestry is a 10. That's a reroll. And a 1. It's a dragonborn. All right, maybe it's Slate Gentlefist's cousin. But we will see. Let's next is we're skipping culture, so we're rolling a D12 for class. And our dragonborn is a paladin. All right, great. Okay, now a D20 for background. That is a 9, a hermit. It seems to roll a lot of hermits. And last but not least, a D4 for gender. A 3, so non-binary. Okay, so we have a dragonborn ancestry in a multicultural community, the same multicultural community as Slate Gentlefist. Paladin class, hermit background, and they are non-binary. I mean, this is almost too easy. So Slate was part of a family. Their family was in, I think, the weapon making business. But Slate didn't want to do that. He wanted to be a fighter, so he left the family. Well, Slate wasn't the first to do that. Slate's eldest brother also saw that the family was just up to things that they weren't interested in. The kind of work that they were doing, the way that they were sort of taking advantage of people as merchants, and decided that they didn't want to be any part of that. So this was actually the person that inspired Slate to find their own path. This dragonborn was much more intentional in leaving this family and really just sort of took a pilgrimage out into the deserts, and spent years just kind of studying and reflecting and thinking about improving themselves and working on their own being without any distractions around, and ultimately was contacted by a god to serve them. And probably that's the point where, as a paladin, then they come back to the town that Slate is in, and then there's probably an interesting connection or reunion there, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's a scene where there's a lot of conflict and it's very tense. But either way, it could work. So let's check out this paladin's ability scores, and we'll see what they're good at. So first up, strength, and we're rolling 4d6 straight down the line. Strength is 4d6 and dropping the lowest. Strength is a 11. All right, not the strongest paladin. It's okay, though. They're a holy warrior. Dexterity is a 6. I'm trying to think the Gentlefist family is just really a bunch of sort of average people, but maybe not. This person might have a... Okay, yeah, their constitution is a 14. Intelligence... Here we go. So now is where I think we differentiate them a bit from Slate. Or maybe not. Slate had a 12 intelligence. This is 11 intelligence. Wisdom is a 10. And charisma. This is the one that matters. A 14. Okay, yeah. All right. So that's really the difference between Slate and this new character, is that this Dragonborn, the oldest child of this Dragonborn family, was charismatic, was personable, was charming, and had that sort of connection to other people around them. Uh, I think Slate had a decent charisma too, actually. So maybe that's just the trend with this family. I'm starting to forget some of Slate's stats, but I mean, I think we've got our story now. The only thing we're missing is our prompt, misplace. And I'm sort of tempted to like rethink that word and like sort of break it up, but I think actually, here's what happened. The father of this dragonborn family was tasked with providing all of the children in the family with the sort of proper instruction and guidance and training to help them to sort of become, embedded in this family, embedded in this business, and really part of this machine. But and this is a tradition that had been going on in this family for generations. So what happened was they had this sacred sort of tome or text, this kind of like manual that they had passed down to each generation. This is how you get your children to be involved in the business. This is how you keep them close to you and connected to you so that they will always continue this lineage. And guess what? Papa misplaced that manual, couldn't find it, and so now not only Slate but also let's call this Dragonborn. I mean, I'm thinking of like dragony names like Tiamat, Bahamut. I need to learn dragon names better. Let's call them Tenezsr Gentlefist. Tenezsr Gentlefist of the Gentlefist clan. Although maybe Gentlefist was a name that Slate took later in life, but Tenezsr went out into the desert, became a paladin, really sought their own way, and was the inspiration for Slate to do the same later down the road. All right, thanks everybody. That was day whatever it is, 17. Thanks so much.